Hi, this is Life After Trauma with Dr. Jan, helping you to take a stand and put an end to all the drama. Just think of me as your second mama. Hi there. I am so glad that you are here. I am Dr. Jan, and this is my channel. My channel is all about the trauma and drama of domestic abuse, giving you keys and a strategy to help you regain your sanity. Domestic abuse is a silent culture. People don't talk about domestic abuse, and yet it's pervasive. Domestic abuse is everywhere, and I know because I lived 42 years as a victim of domestic abuse. And I never told anyone about what was going on in my personal life, not even my family. I remained silent all those years through the physical violence, the emotional and verbal abuse. And I even remained silent for that evil psychological mind game called gaslighting. I never said a word. Why, you might say? You might ask, well, because I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed about my life. And I just couldn't talk about it. Oh, but I changed. Yes, I did. I was transformed by the renewing of my mind, and I am no longer the same. I have changed, and you can too. Life After Trauma with Dr. Jan is my life story. On my channel, we talk about and learn how to heal and recover from the trauma and the drama of domestic abuse. But what makes my story so different is surprisingly, my story has a happy ending. Yes, it does. I am 86 years young. I was born November 1939, and today I am a successful survivor and overcomer, not just once, but twice. And I'm still in my right mind, and I don't look like where I've been. But believe me, I've been to hell and back. Life After Trauma with Dr. Jan is my story, and I am inviting you to join me as I reflect back and move forward, helping you to heal and recover from the trauma and drama of domestic abuse. Come, join with me in this exciting and adventurous journey. Beloved, today I want to share something that happened with my bipolar husband number one. What happened was both funny and yet a tragedy at the same time. But had I known then what I know now, I would have reacted much differently than I did at that time. Beloved, have you ever gone from laughing to running for your life in seconds? Well, I have. And today I'm going to share with you how love turned to a chase. That sounds funny, doesn't it? But it really happened. This is episode number 30, and we have entitled it Running Like a Fool for My Life. Well, I have been married twice. Husband number one and I were this was a Saturday, and husband number one and I were in our second floor apartment in Philadelphia, sitting there after finishing our homework for our college assignments. And it was just great. It was rare that we were acting like normal people because we just really didn't. I was in a happy mood because Vincent was in a happy mood. And uh, we were just playing around in our small kitchen and just talking and laughing and playing around, just having a great time as a married couple. But that happy time did not last long. Why? Because all of a sudden, Vincent's mood changed and he became upset and irritable about something that I had done. I didn't know what it was, but this was not unusual. Um, one moment he would be fine, and the next moment he would be upset with me. Now, as I said, this had happened many times before, and I had learned that the best way to handle this domestic crisis was to just be silent. Don't overreact, just keep quiet and say nothing. And usually that tactic worked. But this time it didn't. Even though I never said a mumbling word, my silence seemed to irritate Vincent that much more. And he kept getting agitated. And then all of a sudden, without warning, Vincent got up from his chair, from the table, walked around to the other side of the table where I was sitting. And then he began shoving me and pushing me. However, I was cool. I didn't say anything. I just tried to pretend like, never mind. But then when the pushing and the shoving didn't seem to provoke an angry response with me, then Vincent began hitting me. Well, finally, I had it. I finally had enough of his abuse, and now, and that was it. Now, back in the day, this was some time ago, I was as skinny as a bone, but I was as strong as an ox. And with him keeping just trying to hit me just gently at first, but it hurt. I finally had enough. I was skinny, but I was as strong as an ox. So I stood up from the kitchen table, balled up my fists, reared back, took perfect aim, and I socked Vincent smack dab in the middle of his big mouth as hard as I could. Well, that blow was so powerful that I knocked Vincent backwards and onto the floor. And oh my God, it was sweet to me. I felt so good. Oh, but I knew by the time Vincent finally got up, picked himself up from the floor, there would be hell to pay. So what did I do? Well, what would any sane person do in a situation like that? I ran for my life. The fool got up and I ran faster than lightning. I dashed out the kitchen, down the flight of stairs, out the front door, round the corner, and I was running as fast as my skinny legs would carry me. Now, when Vincent and I first got married back in November 1959, I weighed 95 pounds. But after being married to Vincent about 6 months, I had lost about 10 of those within the year. And so I must have looked like a pitiful sight. But I was still feisty and I could run like the wind. Naturally, Vincent When he got up, he came after me for the chase. And immediately he was on my heels, but eventually, with me running like crazy, I was able to pull away and leave him in the dust. Now, while I'm running, I'm thinking to myself, girl, you are so crazy. What in the world are you doing? Where are you going? What are you going to do? Well, that question changed the rest of my life. Beloved, I want you to know that I survived that day, but I didn't heal until years later. So I want to ask you, if you are living in confusion, fear, or chaos right now, stay with me, because my story does not end in tragedy. No, it ends in freedom. So stay with me. And if this episode 30, number 30, resonated with you in any way, if any part of my story sounds a lot like your story, just know that you are not alone. And you don't have to figure this out by yourself like I did nearly 50 years ago. You can heal and recover from the trauma and drama of gaslighting, physical violence, emotional and verbal abuse. If something about this video touched you, then I want you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I also want you to check out my website, which is www.jnbministries.org. On my website is a book that I wrote. It is my memoir, and the book is entitled Testimony of a Kept Woman, From Misery to Ministry Instead of the State Penitentiary. This book tells all about my life, all the crazy things I did. And this book also tells, though, how I healed and recovered after 42 years of domestic abuse. I am living proof that you can change the way you think and be transformed by the renewing of your mind. On my website, www.jnbministries.org, I want you to check out the other things that are on my website that might interest you. I want to thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing my channel. And Life After Trauma with Dr. Jan. And I post an episode every week. So until I see you the next time for another episode, God bless you and peace be to you. See you soon.